2:02 p.m. on Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. Hey, this is Tuxedo Mark, and I'm just showing off the garage here. We've got a stove and cabinets in the garage. Long story, but basically my dad wanted his own kitchen, so we built one in the garage. Just want to show off a few interesting things. This castle thing was originally over here, like by his workbench. I think it might have been like right around here, actually. Not entirely sure what it is, but I kept it as a decoration. Clock that doesn't work. Sink. I mean, I don't really use anything here. We've got our washer and dryer, and our fridge. This is our fridge that my mom and I had bought years ago. It was in the kitchen, and recently, like, I don't know, late last year, I think, my brother-in-law got us a new fridge. It's not new, it was used, but he got it from somewhere, and we put it in the kitchen and moved the old one down here. But you know what? I mean, there's issues with it. It's like, well, I'm not sure what kind of issues really. I mean, it's a pretty good fridge. But with the new one, there's two things. It won't seal at the top. Like, there's a gap where it's open. Not too big of a deal, but still. And then also, items on the bottom shelf just don't cool very much. They're pretty warm. They're not warm, but they're only like barely below room temperature. So I actually think this fridge, our fridge, is a better one. Maybe when they come back down here in December, we'll have to like move this back up to the kitchen. Or maybe I can get a small fridge, just a completely smaller one entirely, because originally, when my mom and I eventually settled on this fridge, while we were looking around, I had seen a nice smaller one. It was a fridge, but it wasn't like full-sized big like this. It was smaller. It had a freezer too, and my mom said it looked cute. She liked how it looked, but she wanted a bigger one to store all of the food and stuff. I don't think I need to store nearly as much food. Right now I'm using it for like sodas, and I got a few leftover microwave meals in the freezer. Well, not really microwave, but I mean like pierogi and stuff like that. So I mean, I'll continue using it until December, and then when my sister and my brother-in-law come back down here, we'll figure out exactly what to do. There's an old world map that my dad had hung up here. It's from Airborne Express. Okay. This is a lot of stuff that this is stuff that I'm either going to burn or donate or recycle. The lamp that was sitting on my mom's nightstand in her bedroom still works, but we don't need an extra lamp. It's I don't know what year that is from. I don't think we brought it from Chicago, but let's see. Is there any kind of anything on here? No, there's no markings, no nothing. It's an okay lamp, but I don't need it. and so I'm just gonna donate it. Here is a small vacuum cleaner that we've had for a number of years. It's a Eureka The Boss bagless. It's okay. It's just a regular portable vacuum cleaner. Doesn't pick up much. And then you kind of unfasten it here. And got this bag, and it kind of fits in here, but you know, we don't need it because we've got a shop vac and there's a regular full-sized vacuum cleaner in the spare bathroom in the next to the hallway. So we don't need this, so I'm gonna donate it too. And I'm actually gonna head out to the thrift store soon. That's just why I want to document all of this. These are curtains from the spare bathroom. I think Coco, yeah, probably Coco, and knocked it down. My sister's like, you don't really need this, and I tend to agree. Probably gonna burn this. As well as this is a lamp cover that had been hanging upside down over a light bulb above the kitchen sink. I don't know how old this is. I don't know if it dates to when, to 1986 when we got the house. Probably not, but it is old, and it's got holes in it, so this probably gonna burn. This is like I don't know if it's like my mom's jewelry box or what is it. I guess it's a jewelry box. It's kind of beat up. I don't know if I can even open this bottom one. Yeah. This is just, it's old. Don't know how old, and might be from Chicago. Is there any kind of there's some kind of, I don't know what this thing is on the back. Oh, you wind it up. Maybe it was a music box? I have no idea. But whatever it is, oh. Hey. I had no idea that this would even still work. I didn't even know it was a music box, honestly. I mean, maybe I knew way back in the day and had forgotten about it. Is there any kind of notice of where this was made? Probably not. This melody sounds familiar. Like if it's a classical piece or something, then I'd be interested in knowing exactly what it is, if anyone knows. But you know what? Okay, you know, on the front here, I'm guessing each of these drawers had like something like this on the front originally, and then just fell off. They like fell off over time or something. But you know what? I think I'm actually gonna keep this just as a memory of my mom. So I'll set this aside. I'm not gonna donate it. It's probably very old. Well, not, I mean, you know, relatively speaking, it's probably from like the 80s or the 70s. Maybe earlier, who knows? I mean, maybe my mom even brought it from Poland, but I have no way of knowing. There's no markings or anything on here to indicate where it's from. Yeah. Anyway, these two chairs I'm gonna donate. Funny thing about these chairs, and there's some kind of tags or something on here. My dad had found this whole set of chairs outside, like someone had thrown them out to like donate to whoever decided to pick them up or whatever. And supposedly, according to my mom, my dad had done some work on it to like fix them up and stuff. So she didn't want to get rid of them because of his hard work. And we had a set at the kitchen table. There was one sitting in my bedroom, and it might actually be one of these. And the purpose of it sitting in my bedroom was just so I could hang up like any clothes that I would be using that day or the day after. Just a place to stick my clothes, basically. I didn't have a TV in my room anymore, so it's not like I would use it to sit down and watch TV or game or anything. It was just a chair to like sit in the middle of the floor in my bedroom, just to hang clothes on. So what I did instead, my mom had a towel rack in her bathroom. So I took the towel rack to use it to hang up shirts and like a pair of pants or whatever. I just kind of set it off to the side. It takes up... Is that rain? Anyway, it takes up a lot less space in my room than this chair. And there was also another one in the spare bathroom, and one of these might actually be one of those chairs too. I think, I have no idea, but I think the other ones were taken to a thrift store, possibly. Probably, I would guess. Or maybe to the landfill, who knows. I'm going to donate these to the landfill too, not to landfill, sorry, to a thrift store, just because I don't need them. They're just extra chairs that we have in the house. They're not even particularly old, at least for us. My dad probably got them in the 2010s. Or maybe the 2000s. I mean, he last lived with us on like March 1st, 2011, I think. So, anyway. So that's that. Some rug. There's like, this is recycle stuff. Here's like a rug. I'm not sure where it came from. Same with this one. I think was at the... Where was this one? I don't even... Oh, this was in the kitchen. This was in the kitchen by the sink, alongside the sink cabinet. Just have a rug there, I guess. And then this this thing that looks like a really long floor mat for a car or whatever, my mom had put on top of the rug so any food that fell wouldn't stain the rug. But I'll probably burn this because we don't need it. We actually have another rug in the kitchen, which I'm sure that you've seen on some of my videos, where it kind of leads from the kitchen door to the living room rug. It's just this thin stretch of rug, and my sister asked, why is that there? What purpose does this serve? And I'm like, Lucky, our Chihuahua, has a problem running across hard floor. He just refuses to walk across it. Obviously there are exceptions, but he needs a rug to run across. So my mom and I had gone to like Home Depot, I guess, and got a piece of rug cut just for Lucky to be able to run across the kitchen floor. To get like from the dining room to the living room and back again, stuff like that. My sister's like, you should throw it out. So I rolled it up and got rid of it, put it in the garage, and then Lucky stayed like frozen in fear in the corner of the kitchen by the door. He refused to try to even move toward the living room. My sister found that funny. But then eventually she's like, I think you're going to have to put that rug back, so I did. This really long rug, and I'll try to unfold it. I'm not sure where that turn hanger's from. It might be the one that was holding this up in the bathroom, but who knows. Anyway, this rug was on my mom's bedroom floor. And I'm not sure if that's what was originally there when we moved in. She moved some rugs around from place to place over the years, probably. But this has certainly been there for a while. Probably a pretty old rug. I have no idea if we brought it from Chicago. I mean, it looks fairly nice still, but my sister wanted to get rid of it because, I don't know, I guess because rugs are basically dust catchers, and it's easier to clean a floor without a rug there. Oh, fun fact, the mobile home that I live in, apparently it originally came with carpeting, but when my parents bought it, they had it removed. So that's why we have bare floors in the mobile home. And then my mom put rugs and carpets down, but anyway. So, you know what, I'm going to hold on to this rug for a while, just because, I don't know, I mean, I'm thinking of using the garage for a set for my new upcoming video game review series, which I had mentioned previously. Yeah, I'm gonna have like a little set here. I'll just move my car outside when I want to record. But this rug might actually like be some good floor decoration for that series. I'm just gonna have like a chair, or a couch. No, yeah, probably not a couch, but like a chair to sit in. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have like a green screen. I gotta get a green screen as well as video editing software that can deal with green screens, because believe it or not, the one that I currently have, you can't do anything like that, so I have to upgrade my video editing software. But I'm gonna have like the couch and a green screen, and there's gonna be like a CGI background set or whatever. I'll just plop something into the background, but this could be used as, you know, carpeting on the set. So I'll roll this back up and store it for a while. Here's our old air conditioner that had been in the living room until recently, and then we got the new one, so the old one's being stored here in case we ever need it, I guess. My mom had told me to put it here, so recycling stuff. Gotta go to a landfill one day, but not until I have like probably at least 5 bags full. Here's a box of stuff to get rid of. This came from my mom's room. This is a portable DVD player that we've gotten like way back. Well, I don't know exactly. We basically got it just to watch some exercise DVDs on it, so we could exercise. Yeah, I'll just donate this. I have no reason to use it. This is my mom's clock radio. It's old, I guess. I don't know if she bought it here or in Chicago. It's got an Indianapolis P.O. box. Well, I can't read that probably, but you know what? I have a clock radio in my room too. I should probably get rid of it, because we can use our cell phones to wake ourselves up now. There's really no reason to have this. Just want to show off what it looks like. There's a piece of fabric on the bottom, but let me peel that off and see. Thompson Consumer. Oh, it's a General Electric. Yeah, I don't know how old that is, but might as well donate it, because yeah, don't need it. My mom's like eyeglass thing. I don't need it, obviously. This is it's an extra large shirt. Never been used apparently. It's still got the sticker on it. You know what, I can use this as a generic work shirt probably. I might hold on to that. Another, oh jeez. her one of her pairs of eyeglasses. Another eyeglass carrying thing. What are these? Like some kind of beads? Well, I guess it's like some kind of bracelet or necklace type of thing. Who knows? This is a little portable like mirror and brush. Like a mirror on one side, brush on the other. You push on the back, brush comes out. I don't need it. I'll donate it. Little handheld magnifying glass thing. And oh, we got some. I assume this is stuff that my niece didn't want from the china cabinet. Got some more in here. Well, this might actually be, I don't know if it's from the china cabinet or the pantry. Maybe the china cabinet, I don't know. I'll hold on to this for a while. When my niece comes back down here, she might want to take some more of this stuff with her. Maybe. I have no need for it. Okay. One last thing that I want to show all of you. Oh, by the way, let me turn on the light in here and you'll get an idea of the maximum amount of light they'll have when I record in here. That's basically it. Anyway, this thing on the wall. Game of the States. This is some kind of board game. I remember when my dad brought this home. It was back in the old house in Chicago, so we're talking mid-1986 or earlier. He brought this, he had found it in an alley, or in a dumpster in an alley, or in a trash can in an alley, or something. Someone had dumped this. And I don't know if all of this damage was there back in the day, or if that's happened over time. We had this, as well as a deck of cards, which presumably went up here. We had the deck of cards until probably sometime in the 2000s. It was sitting in the next room over there on a shelf probably, and my mom was in one of her throw stuff out phases, so she wanted me to toss the cards in the landfill, even though it's just a small deck that really was hardly taking up any room whatsoever. But my mom was like that. It had cards for all 50 states plus Puerto Rico. Basically they were blank, like white or kind of yellowish white cards. Blank on one side, and on the other side they had the name of the state and some stats. Basically, when it was founded, the population, possibly a state motto, stuff like that. Now, there were no instructions as far as I could recall, so I have no idea how this game was played. But it's got all these like symbols by all the states, and all the capitals are marked. Yeah, I have no idea, but if anyone is familiar with this game, then let me know what it's all about and how it's played. Obviously, I can't play it anymore without the cards and whatever else might have come with the game, but I don't know, I'm just curious. And my dad apparently had this, not only did we bring this to Florida with us, but my dad decided to pin this up in the garage. So, yeah. And that's about it. I got one tote of Christmas decorations left. We had 3 before, and way before that, we used to store tons and tons of Christmas decorations up here. We have this little space on the top of the garage, and that's where we store all of our Christmas decorations. And back in like the 80s and 90s, Christmas decorating was a big deal. I had gotten sick of it, but my mom wanted to keep it up for a while until the last few years, but then even she kind of gave up on it because I don't care for Christmas and Christmas decorating and stuff like that. Oh, this funny story about this garage door opener. It's, I think, older than me. It's from Chicago, and we brought it with us. And it's from Sears. It's model 76LE, so I think it was made in 1976, which would make it 2 years older than me. I think my mom had gotten it for my dad for Christmas, maybe, or something. Maybe his birthday? I don't know. I don't remember. But here's the opener. It's the original opener too. And in my car, hang on. I have one of the 2 original openers. Hard to believe that this thing is older than me. Yeah, Sears, Roebuck and Company. It still works after all these years. We had to get a replacement remote, I think also from Sears, at some point. I don't remember when, 80s, 90s, who knows. That's in the kitchen. I don't know what happened to the other remote. I assume there was another remote that came with it. If there was one, it probably broke. But yeah, it's amazing that this thing still works. I think that's all that I want to show off from the garage. Mostly just a bunch of junk. So obviously I'm going to donate most of it, keep some of it. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks for watching. 2:36 p.m.